Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts, here to bring you some high school baseball action between the visiting Weymouth High Wildcats and the hosting Brookline High Warriors. Brookline's gotten off to a rough start to the season, 0-3 so far. A 7-1 loss to Newton South, a 9-2 loss to Wellesley, and then a 10-0 loss in 6 innings to Framingham on Monday. But Brookline is looking to bounce back, get a number in that win column. And if we simply go based on history from last year, this might be an opportunity for them. Last year they, I believe, split two contests against Weymouth, lost to them narrowly in the regular season, but then got some payback in the first game of the Bay State Conference tournament, defeating Weymouth by a score of 5-2. Now, these are two very different teams. Obviously, it's been a year since then. Seniors have graduated and all that. Brookline's not going to be able to use some of the same weapons they used last time they faced Weymouth and got that win in the conference tourney. For one, that victory was led by a complete game pitching effort, strong pitching effort from James D'Alchand-Erickson. D'Alchand-Erickson is still on the team. However, he pitched on Monday against Framingham, so he is not available to take the hill today. Now, on top of that, one of their biggest plays offensively from that game was a 2-run single by Owen Roach, who of course graduated at the end of that season. So they won't be able to use some of the same heroes that they had last time around, but we'll see what they're able to do. For now, though, let's take a look at the starting lineups for today's game as Weymouth finishes up their warm-ups here. We'll start with the visiting Weymouth Wildcats. Leading off for Weymouth will be the shortstop, number 9, Gil Dolan. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 7, Sean Zaslaw. Batting third and playing third, number 11, Dylan Umano. The cleanup hitter and first baseman, number 8, Andrew Ferguson. Batting fifth and playing second base, number 2, Will O'Brien. Batting sixth, the pitcher, number 6, Jack Reyes. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 13, Andrew Daly. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 33, Kyle O'Connor. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 21, Jack Donahue. Playing catcher for Weymouth today, not hitting, just playing defense, will be number 16, Jack Browning. So that is the starting lineup for Weymouth. Dolan at short, Zaslaw the DH, Umano at third, Ferguson at first, O'Brien at second, Reyes on the mound, Daly in left, O'Connor in right, Donahue in center, and Browning just on defense, manning the backstop. So now, as they get ready to take the field for the top of the first inning with a helicopter flying overhead. Well, that's a lot closer than I ever expected a helicopter to be around here. Anyway, after that temporary distraction, let's give the starting lineup for the home team today, the Brookline High Warriors. Leading off for Brookline, the second baseman, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Batting second, the shortstop, number 21, James D'Alchand-Erickson. Batting third and playing right field, number 20, Harrison Siegel. In the cleanup spot, the first baseman, number 24, Connor Jernigan. Batting fifth, the pitcher, number 6, Jack Martell. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 9, Charlie Engelman. Batting seventh, and also wearing number 7, and also playing the number 7 spot in the field in left field, Daniel Villa. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 25, Ben Doktoroff. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 3, Ryan Kravitz. So that is your starting lineup for Brookline today. Sawada at second, Dialchand Erickson at short, Siegel in right, Jernigan at first, Martell on the mound, Engelman at third, Villa in left, Doktoroff the catcher, and Kravitz in center. Once again, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan coming to you live from Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts to bring you coverage of today's high school baseball game between Brookline and Weymouth. If you enjoy the broadcast, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams, including tomorrow. I'll be back here at Warren Field. It looks like the weather forecast has cleared up. There was a bit of concern earlier in the week that it was going to rain on Thursday. But if weather patterns stay clear, tomorrow I will be back here at Warren Field as Brookline hosts Cambridge Ringe. Back here at 4 o'clock once again. But for now, all eyes are on this game as we can see Jack Martell warming up on the hill for Brookline. Martell got the start on opening day at Newton South. Got off to a solid start, but ultimately got pulled relatively early. He went 3+ innings, gave up 3 runs, 2 earned on 1 hit, and 3 walks with 4 strikeouts. So a very interesting pitching line. Like you can see the potential for dominance, and that's really been the story of Jack Martell's pitching career. Is there are times when he just absolutely blows people away, and then there are times when he just has a bad inning and things start to blow up. If he is able to keep consistent, keep his poise, and go deep into this game, he can be a really dangerous pitcher. First pitch of today's game is inside for ball 1 against Weymouth's leadoff hitter and shortstop, number 9, Gil Dolan. The 1-0 makes contact. It's a dribbler over to second, fielded by Sawada, thrown to first. Easy 4-3 ground out to start. Next up, the designated hitter, number 7, Sean Zaslaw. First pitch from Martell is outside, ball 1. 1-0 comes in low for ball 2. 4 pitches to start the outing for Martell, just 1 in the strike zone. (2-0) contact. This one is going way back. Kravitz on his horse. He's tracking it, and he's got it. That ball in the air just a little too long. Zaslaw just got a little bit under it. That one looked dangerous, but of course, you can't underestimate the very weird outfield dimensions here at Warren. Although he actually sent it to one of the most shallow spots out in left center. Now the first pitch to Dylan Umano is in there for a strike. First called strike of the outing so far for Martell, as his first 2 pitches in the zone were just hit. And this one is also hit, but it's right at Sawada. He juggles it. Can he chase it down? Throw to first. He's got it. Just like that, 1, 2, 3. A very fast inning. You know, Brookline's got to be happy about that kind of a start. Ground out to second, fly out to center, ground out to second. Good efforts on the defense's part. Keenan Sawada doing a good job fielding those 2 grounders that came his way, including the one he initially juggled. He recovered well and got the throw to first. And then Ryan Kravitz, already well known for his defensive abilities in the outfield, did a good job tracking out to the left center field wall. Now we get ready for the bottom of the first. Due up for Brookline will be Sawada, and then Dialchand Erickson, and then Siegel. You know, I mentioned the weird dimensions out here at Warren. 346 feet in straightaway left field, 327 feet in left center, 339 in straightaway center, 369 in right center, and 323 in straightaway right field. In other words, someone drew a vaguely round squiggly line for the outfield fence. That's basically how this field looks, at least in terms of the outfield dimensions. And so now Reyes on the mound for Weymouth for his first inning. Now up to the plate is number 5, Keenan Sawada. Sawada has started in every game so far this season. He's batting 1 for 8 with a walk, a steal, a strikeout, and 2 runs scored. First pitch is outside for ball 1. So Brookline, while they have struggled with getting consistent offense, one thing that has been fairly consistent has been Sawada coming across the plate when he reaches base, as that ball comes in high for ball 2. Apologies for the wind pollution of the sound and shaking of the camera. It's a breezy day out here at Warren. The 2-0 pitch from Reyes. Sawada makes contact. It's tracked down by the shortstop. Long throw to first. He beats it! Keenan Sawada with his second hit of the season, an infield single to the shortstop. You know, not much more that Dolan could have done on that one. It was just a long throw, and Sawada got on his horse. So now, the leadoff man on first, nobody out, and up comes number 21, the shortstop, James Dialchand Erickson. Quick throw back to first to check on Sawada. Dialchand Erickson so far the only Brookline player with an extra base hit so far this season. He is 1 for 6 with a double through 3 games and 2 starts. Pitch. Dialchand Erickson bunts, and it gets past the pitcher. It's tracked down by the third baseman. Throw to first. Error on the throw. Sawada's taking off for third. Dialchand Erickson goes down to second. What a zany play that was from Dialchand Erickson. Score that one an E5 as runners get to second and third. One of the best offensive starts Brookline's had all season. Second and third, nobody out, and up comes the right fielder, number 20, Harrison Siegel. First pitch, big swing and a miss, strike 1. Siegel, of course, got Brookline's first RBI hit in that Newton South game, came in as a pinch hitter and drove in Sawada with a single through the left gap. Hoping to drive in another run here, as this pitch comes in high for ball 1. For the season so far, Siegel batting 2 for 4 with a stolen base, 2 strikeouts, and an RBI. So when he's made contact, it's been good. He had the single through the gap, and then he had an infield single to third against Framingham on Monday. The 1-1 skips in the dirt, but well blocked by the catcher Browning. That'll be ball 2. That's the other thing. They got a runner on third. A wild pitch could potentially get Brookline on the board first. It would be their first lead of the season if they're able to score here. Reyes, the 2-1 pitch. Siegel's got contact. It's a grounder to second. Fielded at second. Thrown to first. He's out, but Sawada comes home. Siegel has his second RBI of the season. Brookline has their first lead of 2022. Now at the plate, the first baseman, number 24, Connor Jernigan. First pitch catches that inside corner for strike one. James Dialchand-Erickson stands at third, following the RBI ground out by Siegel. The 0-1 pitch to Jernigan, big swing and a miss. That'll be strike two. Jernigan behind early. So far, he is 1 for 4 this season with a walk and a strikeout. Timeout called as that helicopter's still flying around low around here. Not sure what's going on. 0-2 is the count to Jernigan. Reyes, the pitch. He's got contact. This is out to the outfield. Is this going to drop? Yes, it is! That's an RBI single. In comes Dialchand-Erickson. He slides in. Brookline's got 2 runs. An RBI single to right for Connor Jernigan. Brookline's offense booming here in the first. Now up to the plate is the pitcher, number 6, Jack Martell. First pitch is in there for strike one. It's number 6 against number 6, pitcher against pitcher. Reyes, the pitch, comes in high for ball one. Martell still searching for his first hit of the year. He is 0 for 4 through 2 starts with 3 strikeouts at the plate. The 1-1, big swing and a miss, fooled him with the curve there. 1-2, now the count to Martell. One-two pitch comes in high. 2-2 now the count. Two-two pitch. Good hold by Martell as it curves outside the zone, full count. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, and that'll be strike 3. Two down now, and up comes the third baseman, number 9, Charlie Engelman. Jernigan still leading off from first, 2 down. First pitch, and he slices this one foul and out of play. Engelman through 3 starts this season, 0 for 7 with a walk, 3 strikeouts, and a run scored. Pitch. Makes contact. It's a high bouncer over to short. Fielded, thrown to second, and that will end the inning. We are through 1 here at Warren Field, but it's got to be the best first inning Brookline has had all season. And granted, still plenty of season left. and plenty of baseball left to play here in this game. But Brookline's got to be happy with where things are right now. They lead Weymouth 2-0. Summing up that bottom of the first inning, Keenan Sawada led off with an infield single to the shortstop. James Dialchand-Erickson showed a crafty bunt that I didn't really get too much of a chance to reflect on. He almost pushed it like almost a line drive bunt as he pushed it past the charging pitcher. The third baseman had to adjust and try and make a quick throw, and his throw came in low and skipped past the first baseman. Almost a forced error, you might say, as it put runners on second and third with nobody out. Harrison Siegel got his second RBI of the year with a 4-3 groundout that brought in Sawada, and then Connor Jernigan with an RBI single to right scored Dialchand-Erickson before a strikeout by Martell and a fielder's choice groundout by Engelman ended the inning. This first pitch at the top of the second is fouled to the backstop, strike one against the first baseman, number 8, Andrew Ferguson. Martell took care of business pretty quickly in the first inning. And this is a foul ball that skips right past me. So that'll be an 0-2 count to Ferguson. (0-2) pitch. In there, he catches the corner for strike 3. Next up is the second baseman, number 2, Will O'Brien. First pitch is into the outside corner for strike 1. Martell's starting to paint the corners. It feels like his confidence is growing here on the mound here in the second inning, as he gets a swing and a miss there for strike 2. 0-2, the count to O'Brien. They reset for a second. Now the 0-2 pitch. He's got contact. It's dribbler to third, fielded by Engelman. Long throw to first. Got him! That was a potential infield hit with how far the throw had to be, but Engelman showing a strong arm from the hot corner puts him down for out number 2. First pitch to Reyes is strike 1. Once again, we've got pitcher against pitcher, number 6 against number 6. And it's a quick 0-2 count. Now the 0-2 pitch comes in low for ball 1. I think that's the first ball that Martell has thrown this inning. He's been aggressive. Now the 1-2. In there, strike 3. 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts. Only 1 ball outside the zone. Absolutely dominant performance from Jack Martell so far. And like I said, this is the kind of run that he is very capable of. We've seen him do it before. The question mark isn't, can he set guys down in dominant fashion? It's, can he do it for long enough? And that's going to be the question as the innings go, is can he keep this up? Can he keep this going? So far, he looks unstoppable. The first 6 hitters for Weymouth have gone thusly: ground out to second, fly out to center, ground out to second, strike out, ground out to third, and strikeout. Meanwhile, the Brookline offense taking care of business, which is very important, not just in the general, like, hey, score runs, win game, but also in the sense of, you know, giving your pitcher a bit of a cushion, something they feel they can fall back on so they can attack a little more aggressively. Again, Brookline has not had a lead before this game. And now here it is. They're coming up in the second inning with a 2-0 lead. And from Jedi Pete in the live chat, hi Jesse, here's the info on the helicopter. And I can't see anything after the colon. So I'm not sure if you were trying to send something, but it didn't come in. But as you can hear, the helicopter is indeed still circling. Now coming up for Brookline, the left fielder, number 7, Daniel Villa. First pitch from Reyes, in there for strike 1. Villa, through 3 starts, he is 0 for 6 with a walk, 2 strikeouts, and an RBI. As this pitch skips in the dirt for ball 1. The 1-1 pitch gets contact. Blooped out to left center, and it's going to drop! Daniel Villa with a pop into no man's land, and he's got his first hit of the season. Now up is the catcher, number 25, Ben Doktoroff. Pitch, he shows bunt, pulls back, and I believe that was called a ball as Browning juggled it. Doktoroff marks the 4th different catcher that Brookline has started in 4 games, as there's a throwback to first check on Villa. They started Nady Kessler against Newton South, Nathan Turetsky against Wellesley, and Avery Melton against Framingham. Now we see Doktoroff. Pitch, he shows bunt, pulls back again, and this time the catcher's completely lost sight of it. As that bounced off his face and straight into the dirt, he was looking all around as Villa gets down to second on the wild pitch. It's just unfortunate. Sometimes as a catcher, you never know where the ricochet is going to go, and it can be right at your feet and you don't know it. 2-0 is the count. As this one is sliced foul, it's being tracked and caught by the catcher. So Browning, a nice catch in foul territory, gets the first out of the inning. Now stepping up to the plate, the center fielder, number 3, Ryan Kravitz. Kravitz was the leadoff hitter through Brookline's first 3 games, now hitting in the 9 spot, and people might think, just looking at that purely, you might think, oh, what a huge downgrade. They must think he's terrible. But a lot of coaches like to use that 9 spot as almost a second leadoff spot as the first pitch comes in high for ball 1. Because you look at this situation, if Kravitz gets on base, he's on base with the top of the lineup coming up, your most reliable hitters. So it can be sort of a strategic secondary leadoff position, that 9 spot, as Kravitz makes himself small for ball 2. That's one of his signature moves, really, at the plate. He likes to make himself small and get those high balls that would ordinarily be in the zone for a lot of other hitters. Villa at second, 1 out, and that one is in the zone for strike 1. 2-1, the count to Kravitz. This season, Kravitz 0 for 8 with a walk and 3 strikeouts. Now facing a 2-1 count. That pitch is in there as well for strike 2. Reyes kind of using Kravitz's strategy against him. He's giving him a lot of curves that start high and then drop into the zone. So Kravitz just using his crouch strategy to try and get high balls off of them, but they're curving in, so it doesn't matter. 2-2 pitch, makes contact. It's going towards the middle, fielded by Dolan, thrown to first. Great job defensively by Gil Dolan to get the 6-3 ground out for out number 2. That was far from a routine play at the high school level. Hats off to him. Villa does advance on the ground out. So now at the plate, the second baseman, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Sawada got an infield single to the shortstop his last time up. Now he's got a runner on third and 2 down. The pitch is in there for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch comes in high for ball 1. Sawada 1 for 1 with a run scored. He has now scored 3 of Brookline's 5 runs so far this season. That pitch is also just high for ball 2. Reyes checks the runner at third. The 2-1 pitch curves in low for ball 3. Sawada with a good eye so far. He's worked to a hitter's count of 3-1. The 3-1 pitch, and he takes a swing and fouls it. That will fill the count at 3-2. Full count, 2 down, runner at third. Reyes gets the pitch he likes, checks the runner. The payoff pitch comes in low, and it skips away from the catcher. In comes Villa. Brookline's got 3. Runner now at first, 1 out. Brookline has a 3-0 lead as Daniel Villa scores on the wild pitch. James Dialchand Erickson at the plate. And Sawada takes off for second, slides in safely as the throw skips away. First pitch, I think, was a strike. Dialchand Erickson last time reached on an E5, later came in to score. Pitch, he slices this one foul. And my mistake, it's not 0-2, it is 1-1 to Dialchand Erickson. Sawada leads off from second. The pitch, swing and a miss, fooled him with the off speed that time as that dropped off the table. 1-2 the count. Pitch is in there for strike 3. That will end the inning. Brookline leaves a runner stranded at second, but does get their third run across. So we are through 2. And the score, Brookline 3, Weymouth 0. And okay, now we've got a little bit of explanation courtesy of Jedi Pete. Sorry, it was a Twitter link. Background radiation check ahead of Boston Marathon. Could see many of them over the week. Boy, you talk about things you don't expect to read. Background radiation check was certainly not something I expected to say on stream here today, but hey, here we are. Also from Jedi Pete, way to go, Pancho Villa. And indeed, that is Daniel Villa's nickname, very famously nicknamed Pancho Villa, as a very bad play on Pancho Villa that has followed him since his Little League days. But you know what? I'm a sucker for a bad pun. I'll take it. So it'll be the 7, 8, 9 hitters due up here in the top of the third. First pitch is skied high down the left field side in foul territory. It's a race to the ball. Oh, almost caught by Villa, but not quite. The hustle to get to the ball, but honestly, he actually overshot a little bit. He was trying to reach back for an awkward catch because he kind of overestimated the distance he had to go. That will be a simple foul ball for strike 1 to number 13, Andrew Daly. The Weymouth left fielder leading things off. The 0-1 pitch, and he slices this one well out of play to the other side, making it 0-2. It'll be the 3 outfielders this inning, starting here with the left fielder, Daly. 0-2 pitch from Martell. Did he swing? He did go. They go down to the first base ump, and they say he went. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Martell continuing to be a force at the mound. No strikeouts in the first inning, but he's had 3 since then. Now coming up the right fielder, number 33, Kyle O'Connor. First pitch, and he's got contact. Grounder to third, well fielded by Engelman. Thrown to first. He's got the second out. Now up is the center fielder, number 21, Jack Donahue. First pitch catches the high corner for strike 1. Once again, Martell has not thrown a ball yet this inning, as he gets him fooled on that one for strike 2. Even the low pitches now, with how aggressively he's pitching, the low pitches are fooling them every time. 0-2, the count to Donahue. Pitch. Strike 3! Jack Martell is a monster this game. 9 up, 9 down through 3 innings. That is amazing. It'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up for Brookline in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So that'll be Siegel, Jernigan, and Martell himself. My goodness. Through 3 innings, 4 strikeouts, no hits or walks for Jack Martell. And give some credit to the fielders, because we've had a couple plays that could have been potential reach-on errors that have just been outs. And you know, when all phases of the game are working together, batting, pitching, and fielding, they all feed into each other, really. Those insurance runs allow the pitcher to be a little more aggressive when the fielders aren't making mistakes. You don't feel like you have to take care of things yourself. You can just aggressively pitch, and we're seeing the results. 3-0 the Brookline lead. Reyes returns to the mound. There's the last warm-up pitch as we get ready to start the bottom of the 3rd inning. Leading off for Brookline, the right fielder, number 20, Harrison Siegel. Last time up, he got an RBI ground out to second, marking his 2nd RBI of the season. Now the pitch, big swing and a miss, strike 1. The 0-1 comes in low, ball 1. The 1-1 pitch. He's got contact here. It's a grounder to third, fielded at third, thrown to first. It's high. Gets the tag. Spectacular play at first by Ferguson, as that might have hurt Siegel. Siegel now being looked at by the Brookline coaches. That was a tough collision at first. You know, Ferguson just trying to make the play. It was a high throw that came in late, and so he kind of had to go for the tag as he was falling. You know, again, credit to him on the reach there and the quick turnaround tag. But of course, we hope Siegel is okay. You know, he was able to jog off the field, so he looks fine. But we'll keep an eye on that one, as we've got first ball to the first baseman, number 24, Connor Jernigan. 1-0 the count, as this one skips in low for ball 2. Jernigan, his last time up, got his 2nd hit of the season and his first RBI with a clean single to right that drove in James D'Alchand-Erickson. The 2-0 pitch, big swing and a miss. Fulton with the high heat, strike 1. Now the 2-1, and he golfs this one high into the outfield. It's in shallow center, 2 players coming in. Oh, how did Dolan catch that one? That was very close to being disaster for Weymouth. You know, you get flashbacks to the 2003 ALDS when Johnny Damon collided with Damian Jackson. That was close to that kind of play there, but ultimately everyone is okay, and it goes as a simple fly out to short. Jack Martell now at the plate, and he swings and misses for strike 1. He struck out his last time up, still looking for his first hit of the season, as this one comes in outside for ball 1. The 1-1. That one just misses ball 2. Browning seemed like he was waiting for the ump to call strike, as he just kind of held on to that ball for a bit. But instead it'll be a 2-1 count. Martell swings, he hits a dribbler, fielded at third. Oh no, I think they're saying it went off his foot. So it's a foul ball. So 2-2 now, the count, 2 down. Bases empty here in the bottom of the 3rd. 2-2 pitch. In there for strike 3. So Brookline goes 3 up and 3 down, but they've still got a multi-run lead. Through 3, the score, Brookline 3, Weymouth 0. And it is here at this juncture that I am happy to say this broadcast is brought to you in part by Harvest Wealth Management of Needham, Massachusetts. Harvest Wealth Management is a full-service financial planning firm. They specialize in helping families with college-bound children maximize their financial aid and utilize other tax-driven strategies to reduce college costs. Harvest Wealth Management believes it is not about saving more for college, but paying less. So don't stress. Call Oliver Shawley at Harvest Wealth Management, 781-902-0981, and ask for a complimentary meeting. Advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, a registered investment advisor. And remember, you can find all the information you need about our paying sponsor, Harvest Wealth Management, in the description section of this video. So you can find out how they can help you plan your finances for or when your kid goes to college, because that can get expensive. So in the meantime, Jack Martell returns to the mound for Brookline, and he'll be facing the top of the order, starting with number 9, Gil Dolan, who swings and might have got a piece of that one for strike 1. Don't you just love the sound of the helicopter overhead? Gotta check for that background radiation. The 0-1 pitch from Martell, another swing and a miss. Strike 2. Dolan frustrated with himself on that one. 0-2 pitch. Just a bit outside, ball 1. Martell's had a lot of pitches where he just went straight to the zone on an 0-2 count. Dolan with a good eye waiting on that one. This one he makes contact, and that's through the gap. That'll be the first hit of the day for Weymouth. Now at the plate is the designated hitter, number 7, Sean Zaslaw. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Dolan leading off from first. And that one is in there for strike 1. Zaslaw, his last time up, flew out to center despite some good contact. Dolan taking a big lead off from first. And he takes off. And there's contact, and it's sent foul. Dolan will have to go back. That is the bane of every base coach's existence. A hit-and-run play where the hit goes foul. It's like now the other team knows what you're planning. Martell checking on Dolan at first. He sets. Now the 1-2 pitch. He swings and hits another dribbler foul. Just as well, Dolan was fixing to take off again, but he slipped on his first step towards second. One and 2 remains the count to Zaslaw. Martell now throws back to first, and Dolan dives back safely. Now the pitch, Dolan takes off again, swung on and missed, strike 3. Steal is successful. First out of the inning But now a runner in scoring position. Up to the plate comes the third baseman, number 11, Dylan Umano. First pitch is high for ball 1. Umano, his last time up, he grounded out to second. Almost made it a play as Sawada bobbled it originally, but he recovered and made the play as now a low pitch is swung at in the dirt. Well covered up by Doctoroff, so it's a simple strike. 1-1 the count to Umano. Dolan leading off from second, 1 out here in the top of the 4th. The pitch hits him. Two men on now. Up to the plate now is number 8, Andrew Ferguson. Now this is the moment where Martell has got to stand tall. He's been dominant through 3 innings. Now he's given up 2 base runners. First pitch to Ferguson comes in high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Ferguson, his last time up, he struck out. Martell checks the lead runner. Checks again. The 1-0 pitch. Good contact. This one's sailing out to center. Kravitz on his horse, still tracking. Couldn't catch it. That's going all the way to the wall. This will go for extra bases. The runners were tagging up, so they're just now coming around. Throw gets into the infield to Dialch and Erickson. They get it back into the infield. 1 run does score on the double to deep center by Andrew Ferguson. A meeting at the mound now. After that big swing gets Weymouth on the board. Martell was pulled early in that Newton South game. You wonder if maybe they're thinking of doing the same here. It's tough because he's been lights out through 3 innings. And it looks like they're going to stick with him this time. Have faith that he's going to get out of the jam. They've got the lead still. But now runners at second and third with 1 out for Will O'Brien. First pitch, runners taking off for home as they go for a bunt, and the bunt is sent foul. Weymouth showing a squeeze play on the first pitch, trying to catch Brookline off guard there. But Martell went for the high heat. A perfect counter to a potential squeeze play. And so now it'll be an 0-1 count. Umano still leading off from third, Ferguson from second. Next pitch is outside for ball 1. There's pressure on Doctoroff here as well. If the ball gets past him, that could be another run across the plate. 1-1 the count. The pitch comes in high for ball 2. These can be the situations where pitchers get unsettled and things start going more and more wrong. Can Martell settle himself and get out of the jam without further damage? The 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2. Got him with a nice curve on that one. Make it a 2-2 count. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Huge strikeout for Martell. Two down, now up to the plate is the pitcher, number 6, Jack Reyes. Pitcher against pitcher here in this big situation. First pitch, he slices it foul out of play. His last time up, Reyes struck out to end the top of the second. Neither of these two pitchers has managed to put the ball in play against one another, as that one catches the outside corner for strike 2. Good framing effort as well by Doctoroff. Got to give him credit there. Oh, 0-2 the count. Pitch. He's got contact. It's past Sawada into right field. This will bring in a run. No, it will! Siegel made an effort to gun him down at first, but it was dropped. 3-2 is now the score as Umano comes in. I mean, how do you even mark that? A single to right or an E3? First and third, either way, as they check on Reyes at first. Now up is Andrew Daly. Now the first pitch comes in high to Daly for ball 1. Tying run at third, 2 down here in the top of the 4th. The 1-0 pitch makes contact. It skips past Engelman into left field. This game is tied. Ferguson comes in to score, and we're all knotted up at 3 apiece. Still 2 outs as O'Connor steps to the plate. Runners at first and second. He slices this one foul and out of play. Brookline still leaving Martell on the mound. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. Might have got a. They're saying he got a piece of it, so the runners cannot take off. 0-2 is the count. Martell checks the runner at second. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and that ends the inning. But a big inning for Weymouth. They get all 3 of those runs back, and we are all squared at 3 apiece. You know, got to give some credit to Martell there for hanging in. That was a tough inning. Summing up that inning, it started with a single to left by Gil Dolan, which was Weymouth's first hit of the game. Sean Zaslaw struck out, but Dolan did manage to steal second. Then Dylan Umano was hit by a pitch, putting 2 runners on. Then Andrew Ferguson got the big crack of the bat, sending it to the center field wall for a double that brought in Dolan and sent Umano to third. Will O'Brien struck out, and for a second it seemed like maybe Brookline would get out of the jam with minimal damage. But then Jack Reyes sent a single to right, which might also be scored as an E3, as Siegel tried to gun him down from right field and would have had it, but Jernigan couldn't quite get his glove on the throw, and so Reyes reached safely, and Umano came in to score. Next one, Andrew Daly hit a hard grounder down the third base line that skipped over the glove of Engelman. No error on that one, no question, as that one's just a single that brings in Ferguson for the tying run. O'Connor struck out to end the inning. And so for Brookline, it'll be Engelman, Villa, and Doctoroff coming to the plate to try and get Brookline back on top as Reyes returns to the mound. So now coming up, the third baseman, number 9, Charlie Engelman. First pitch from Reyes. Misses just outside, ball 1. Engelman, his last time up, grounded out into a fielder's choice at second. As we've now got a meeting at the mound with Reyes. So a brief meeting after just one pitch into this inning. They keep him in there. The 1-0 pitch comes in low for ball 2. Now the 2-0 comes in low as well. A hitter's count for Engelman at 3-0. He's probably just going to take this pitch as Reyes winds and fires, and that comes in high for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk for Charlie Engelman gets a leadoff runner on first for Brookline. Now up is the left fielder, number 7, Daniel Pancho Villa. Engelman leading off from first, and he has to dive back to the bag. That one was close. He's got to be careful. His last time up, Villa got his first hit of the season, a single to shallow left center, and he would end up coming home on a wild pitch. Another throw back to first as Villa dives back. Reyes sets. And good contact from Villa out to left, and that's going to drop in for another hit. Daniel Villa now 2 for 2 today. Solid contact on that one. Now puts runners at first and second with nobody out. Now up is the catcher, number 25, Ben Doctoroff. His last time up, Doctoroff fouled out to the catcher. We see Ferguson pulled in, so is Umano, but the first bunt attempt from Doctoroff goes foul down the first base line. Literally everyone on the field on both sides knew that sac bunt was coming. As Villa leads, has a huge leadoff from first with Ferguson playing in. Doctoroff still showing bunt. He pulls back on the bunt, and that'll be ball 1. Another showing bunt. He lays it down. Fielded by the pitcher. Throws to third. He's safe. Everyone is safe. Bases loaded with nobody out. And now up at the plate, the center fielder, number 3, Ryan Kravitz. Kravitz still looking for his first hit of the season. His last time up, he grounded out to short. Pitch Got contact, and it goes foul. Kravitz primarily known for his athletic abilities in the outfield. Can he produce with his bat here in this situation? The 0-1 pitch is in there for a strike. Engelman leading off from third, Villa at second, Doctor off with a big lead off from first, with Ferguson playing in for the potential of a squeeze play. Pitch. He slices this one. It's going into left. It drops! An RBI single for Ryan Kravitz. That one was huge. What a moment to get your first hit of the season. The single to shallow center brings in Engelman. Brookline is on top once again. Now at the plate, the second baseman, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Bases still loaded, nobody out. The pitch, contact. It's into shallow left, and that will drop as well. Keenan Sawada with the RBI single off the first pitch. In comes Villa. And Brookline's got the 5-3 lead. Daniel Villa now with 2 runs scored, and now up comes the shortstop, number 21, James Dialchand Erickson. Brookline back on top immediately. Pitch. That one skips away from the catcher, and the runners decide to hold. It is a short space to the backstop here at Warren. It's not a guaranteed score if it gets past the catcher. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout and a meeting at the mound with Reyes, who's had a tough inning. A walk, a single to left, a bunt single, basically, that could also be called a fielder's choice as they tried to go to third. And then Kravitz and Sawada with back-to-back RBI singles. Sawada with his second base hit of the day. He is now 2 for 2 with 2 hits, a walk, an RBI, and a run scored, and a stolen base. What a day for Keenan Sawada. And Ryan Kravitz, perfect timing with his first hit of the season, as it provides the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 4th. And now the bases are still loaded, still nobody out, and it looks like Weymouth is going to be sticking with Reyes. Now the infielders pulling back after a couple of bloop singles with the infield in. First pitch, Dialchand Erickson smacks this one out to right center. That's going to drop as well. They're sending in 2. Brookline's up 7-3. What an explosive inning for the Warriors. James Dialchand Erickson with the single to right center. And with that, he gets 2 RBIs. Doctoroff and Kravitz both score. As now they finally pull Reyes. Seven to 3 now the score as they bring in a new pitcher. This is number 22, Jack O'Rourke. So this has got to be really tough for Weymouth. You go through all that fight in a single inning. You finally get the hang of a pitcher that's been dominating you all game long. You put up 3 runs. You tie the game in an instant. And then just like that, all of a sudden the opponent figures out your pitcher. How about Brookline this inning? It all started with a 4-pitch walk to Charlie Engelman. Then Daniel Villa got some really nice contact on the ball, got a single to left. Then Doctoroff went for the bunt, and it was fielded. It was intended as a sac play, I imagine, but instead they tried to go to third to try and throw out Engelman, but Engelman wheeled his way to third, and so everybody reached safely. Next up was Ryan Kravitz, who was still looking for his first hit of the season, and he got it. With the infield playing in, he did like Luis Gonzalez in 2001 and blooped it into shallow center to bring in Engelman for the go-ahead run. Sawada came up next and blooped his out to shallow left to bring in Villa. And then D'Alchand Erickson comes in, sends a laser out to right center, drops in front of the right fielder, and 2 runs come in. Both Doctoroff and Kravitz wheeling his way around third. And just like that, it's a 7-3 ball game. Unreal. Keep in mind, through the first 3 games, Brookline scored 3 runs. If you took their offensive efforts from each of their first 3 games up to this point, they'd still be tied with Weymouth. This has been a spectacular offensive outing for Brookline. I'll tell you, when I was getting lineups from Coach Brendan O'Connor, he told me today's the day. And Martell was warming up for his pitching outing, and he said the same thing. Today's the day, and there's still a lot of baseball left, but it is really starting to look like the day. Harrison Siegel lining up to bunt. He pulls back on the bunt, and the third baseman took off, so now Sawada takes off. They just gave him that one. Not sure if it was called a ball or a strike, unfortunately. But Sawada now has a steal of third as this pitch comes in outside for a ball. And it looks like it's 2-0. Runners at the corners now, and they throw back to first to check on D'Alchand Erickson, which makes sense. Brookline's the kind of team that will go for the double steal. Now D'Alchand Erickson takes off. Pitch comes in. They throw down to second. It gets away. That's going into center field. In comes Sawada. Not sure what they called the pitch, but I do know what we call the score now, 8-3. So D'Alchand Erickson successfully steals second, and Sawada comes in on what I'd call an E2 on the throw. And we got some slight issues with some dogs coming onto the field. This is a public park. That happens sometimes. The owner trying to get a grip on his dog. He lost it. He lost it. He had his foot on the leash, and then he took it off for a second to grab it, and the dog took advantage. Oh, and now they got him. Oh, listen, you got to have fun sometimes. So now I'm not sure if the count is 3-0 or 2-1, but there's a swing and a miss from Siegel, and they're going to say count is 3-1. 3-1 the count to Siegel. Dialchand Erickson at second, and there is strike 2 to Siegel. What a wild inning. Have barely been able to keep up. Payoff pitch, misses low and away, and that's going to be ball 4 to Siegel. Oh my gosh, there's still no outs this inning. Like, that just hit me. There are no outs still in this inning as Connor Jernigan steps to the plate with runners on first and second. First pitch comes in high for ball 1. Jernigan was part of that first inning rally. He hit a single to right that drove in Dialchand Erickson. And now Dialchand Erickson once again in scoring position for him. 1-0, down Broadway for strike 1. So Jernigan 1 for 2 with an RBI so far as this pitch comes in low for ball 2. Pitch. He slices this one over my head and foul as it ricochets off a tree. Count is 2-2. Siegel at first. Dialchand Erickson at second. Pitch. Misses outside, ball 3. Full count now to Jernigan. Nobody out, runners at first and second. Brookline now with a 5-run lead. Pitch swung on and missed, and Jernigan goes down swinging. Folds in with the high heat on that one. And that marks the first out of the inning. Now up is a very happy Jack Martell, as after giving up the lead in the last half inning, he has gotten that lead back and then some as he swings and misses at the first pitch, strike 1. The 0-1, another big swing and miss, strike 2. Martell 0 for 2 so far today with 2 strikeouts. He's been struggling getting his bat on the ball this season. 0-2 pitch is in there for strike 3. Martell goes down looking. Back-to-back strikeouts by O'Rourke, slowing down this Brookline rally, and now Brookline is officially batted around as up comes Charlie Engelman. Big swing and miss, strike 1. Engelman started this rally with a 4-pitch walk at the start of this inning, but now he's in the hole early, 0-2 after a pair of big swings. Pitch, swing and miss. 3 straight strikeouts by O'Rourke. Finally put an end to the inning, but plenty of damage done by Brookline. 5 runs. They jump right back on top of Weymouth, 8-3. Now, after 4 innings of work, I'd like to give a little shout out to a local charity doing some good for our community, and that is the Brookline Community Foundation. For over 100 years, the Brookline Community Foundation has been a trusted partner, supporting Brookline by investing in organizations and initiatives that help create opportunity and promote equity for everyone who lives, learns, works, and plays in Brookline. Among the foundation's many grant programs is the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School, which provides graduating BHS students with scholarships to help fund post-secondary education. To date, 75 BHS students have received scholarships from this fund to help them as they build their futures. Your support is crucial to supporting Brookline youth as they embark on the next steps in their educational journeys. Visit brooklinecommunity.org to learn more about the BCF Scholarship Fund. As we've got swing on the first pitch, it's a dribbler to third, fielded by Engelman and thrown to first for out number 1. Once again, visit brooklinecommunity.org to learn more about the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School and how you can make a difference right here in Brookline. And as always, remember that information on our charity spotlights and our paying sponsors can be found in the description section of this video, as Gil Dolan fouls off the first pitch on an attempted bunt, 0-1. This after Donahue grounded out to third to start the inning. These teams are going to wait for me to do my reads. They're going to make me try and sandwich this all together, as the next pitch misses for ball 1. One and one, the count to Dolan. That pitch just missed, ball 2. Dolan, his last time up, he led off that explosive fourth inning with a single to left. Later came in to score, and now he pops this one high, and it looks like it's going to be out of play. So Dolan 1 for 2 so far with a run scored and a stolen base. Now facing a 2-2 count. Pitch. Just outside. Ball 3. Payoff pitch. Makes contact, sending it down the left field line. Villa's tracking it in foul territory, and he's got it. Well tracked out and left by Pancho Villa. And that is out number 2. Now coming up, the designated hitter, number 7, Sean Zaslaw. First pitch to him is in there for strike 1. Zaslaw 0 for 2 with a flyout to left center and a strikeout. He makes contact here. It's a hard grounder, fielded well by Engelman, thrown to first, and that's out number 3. Zaslaw trying to talk about potential interference, but he's not going to get that call. And that is going to end the top of the 5th inning. 3 up, 3 down. Martell back on form after a tough 4th inning. He rebounds with another 1-2-3 inning. Weymouth completely blank outside of that 4th inning where they put together a 3-run rally. No hits, no walks, no nothing in the other 4 innings that Martell has pitched. You know, it's like I said, Martell sometimes can be the ultimate hot and cold pitcher. When he's on, he's unstoppable. But if a team starts to figure things out, they can get out of hand fast. You know, if he improves his ability to pitch out of a jam, then that's just top level. Due up for Brookline in the bottom of the 5th will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters, Villa, Doktorov, and Kravitz. Those guys played large roles in that 4th inning rally for Brookline. O'Rourke back on the mound for his 2nd inning of relief. Now up to the plate, the left fielder, number 7, Daniel Villa. First pitch comes in high for ball 1. Villa 2 for 2 today with 2 runs scored. This pitch is sliced over the backstop for strike 1. Oops, strike 1. Ball 2. Two one, slices this one foul. And that'll be strike 2. 2-2 the count to Villa. O'Rourke's pitch misses just outside, ball 3. This pitch is smacked up the middle. Villa's 3 for 3. And it gets away from the center fielder. Villa's going to take off for second. A free base off the error, and Villa is in scoring position. So a single plus a 1-base error is how you score that one. A single to center and then advancing to second on an E8. Now coming up for Brookline will be the catcher, number 25, Ben Doctoroff. He reached first on that weird bunt play last inning and later came in to score. Pitch comes in high, ball 1. In his first at-bat, he popped up foul to the catcher. As another pitch comes in high, ball 2. Villa staying on the lookout for any potential wild pitches to advance on. 2-0. Comes in high, ball 3. Now showing bunt, pulls back, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Doctoroff. Now puts runners at first and second for the center fielder, number 3, Ryan Kravitz. Kravitz, his last time up, he knocked in the go-ahead run. And he takes the first pitch for ball 1. Doctoroff at first, Villa at second. Kravitz showing bunt, and he lays it down right to the first baseman. Throw to third, and this time they get him in time. For the second time, Brookline bunts, and Weymouth decides to go to third, but this time the play is successful. So call that a 3-6 fielder's choice, as now Keenan Sawada at the plate with 1 out, runners at first and second. Pitch, he's got contact, it's a grounder, chased down by the second baseman, thrown to first for out number 2. Nice tracking by O'Brien at second. 2 down. Now at the plate is the shortstop, number 21, James Dialchand-Erickson. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Dialchand-Erickson coming off a 2-run single his last time up, as this pitch comes in high for ball 1. Next pitch is inside, ball 2. 2-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1. Doctoroff at third. Kravitz at second. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch. Another big swing and miss. Strike 2. Pitch is in there for strike 3. D'Alchand Erickson goes down looking. Brookline leaves 2 stranded. And through 5, the score remains Brookline 8, Weymouth 3. As we head into another break in between innings, once again, I am happy to say that this broadcast is brought to you in part by Harvest Wealth Management of Needham, Massachusetts. Harvest Wealth Management is a full-service financial planning firm. They specialize in helping families with college-bound children maximize their financial aid and utilize other tax-driven strategies to reduce college costs. For many families in the middle class today, it is impossible to save enough for their children's college education. But Harvest Wealth Management believes it is not about saving more for college, but paying less. They can design a customized college funding strategy for your child and lead you through the financial aid process, which can be confusing and where mistakes can be costly. So don't stress. Call Oliver Shawley at Harvest Wealth Management, 781-902-0981, and ask for a complimentary meeting. Or visit them online at harvestwm.com to learn more. Once again, call 781-902-0981 or go online at harvestwm.com. Advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, a registered investment advisor. Martell back on the mound for his 6th inning of work. First up to the plate is number 11, Dylan Umano. And a reminder, once again, you can find all the information you need about our paying sponsor, Harvest Wealth Management, and our charity spotlight, Brookline Community Foundation, in the description section of the video below. First pitch to Umano. He makes contact, and Sawada catches the liner. Next up is number 8, Andrew Ferguson. His last time up, Ferguson launched a missile out to straightaway center for an RBI double. This time he takes the first pitch high for ball 1. 1-0 pitch, and he slices this one foul. The 1-1 pitch misses just outside, ball 2. Two-one pitch. Good contact again. Kravitz on his horse chasing after it again, and that's going to drop in left center. Throw back into the infield is not going to be in time. Ferguson gets another double. Two doubles now for Andrew Ferguson today. Now up is number 2, Will O'Brien. Pitch is in there for strike 1. Runner on second, and my mistake, 1 out. Martell checks the runner and fires, and it's sliced to the backstop for strike 2. O'Brien, his last time up, struck out in the top of the 4th. And before that, he grounded out to third in the 2nd, so he's 0 for 2 so far today. Martell checks on Ferguson. The pitch reaches out and hits a dribbler. Back to Martell. He's going to field it and just throw it to first for the 2nd out of the inning. Ferguson does advance to third. So it'll be 2 down and a runner at third for the relief pitcher, Jack O'Rourke. Martell checks on Ferguson at third and delivers. And he skies this one out to right center. It's being tracked. Kravitz calls for it and makes the catch. Weymouth leaves a runner stranded at third. And that ends the top of the sixth inning. Due up for Brookline will be their 3, 4, 5 hitters, Siegel, Jernigan, and Martell. Martell has now pitched 6 innings. And if the result stays the same, he will get his first pitching win of the year. O'Rourke returns to the mound for Weymouth. He's been strong in relief so far for the Wildcats, limiting the damage after a tough 4th inning for starter Jack Reyes. Now up at the plate, the right fielder, number 20, Harrison Siegel. First pitch in there for strike 1. Siegel, the first hitter to be facing O'Rourke a second time, as the next pitch comes in low for ball 1. His last time up against O'Rourke, he drew a walk before O'Rourke sent 3 straight batters down on strikes. Siegel slices this one foul out of play. So O'Rourke, literally no runs allowed through 2 innings of work. Pitch. That one misses outside, ball 2. Swung on and missed. He went for a quick windup and sent Siegel down on strikes. Now at the plate, the first baseman, number 24, Connor Jernigan. His last time against O'Rourke, he went down on strikes. And he swings hard, might have got a piece of that one. Either way, strike 1. Oh, 0-1, and this one is sliced foul and out of play. The 0-2 pitch, he makes contact, hard grounder, fielded by Dolan at short, thrown to first for out number 2. Two down after the 6-3 ground out, and now at the plate is the pitcher, number 6, Jack Martell. Martell 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts, and he swings and misses at that one. Actually, correction, he is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts today. That pitch curves in for strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch comes in high and inside for ball 1. Pitch, and swung on and missed. So ends the 6th inning. O'Rourke continues a strong relief effort with his 3rd shutout inning. But Brookline still maintains a 5-run lead as they send out Martell to finish what he started. Before the game, Martell and head coach Brendan O'Connor said, "Today's the day." Brookline now just 3 outs away from fulfilling that prophecy. Due up in the 7th for Weymouth will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters, Daly, O'Connor, and Donahue. Now at the plate, number 13, Andrew Daly. First pitch from Martell is in there for strike 1. Daly, his last time up as he takes that one for ball 1. Daly's last time up, he hit an RBI single down the left field line, as that one misses outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. And he hit him. Daly leads things off with a hit by pitch. Weymouth has a runner on to start the 7th inning. Now at the plate, number 33, Kyle O'Connor. First pitch comes in high for ball 1. O'Connor's last time up, he struck out to end the 4th inning, where Weymouth had managed to tie it at 3 apiece. Now O'Connor's got good contact. That's going into left center. That's going to go through the gap. Daly heading to 3rd. Kravitz scoops it up, chucks it back into the infield, but O'Connor has a double. Weymouth not going down without a fight here in the 7th inning. Runners at 2nd and 3rd, and now there's a meeting at the mound with Martell, and this, I think, might be the end of his day. And it looks like it will be. He'll go 6+ innings, finish with 2 inherited runners, allowed 3 runs. If the result does not change, he will get the win. Taking over on the mound will be number 24, Connor Jernigan. And with Jernigan taking the mound, Eli Rothman will come off the bench to play first base here in the 7th. This will be Jernigan's first pitching appearance this year as he tries to close the door on what could be Brookline's first win of the season. Remember, last year, Brookline started the season 0-9 before finally getting their first win in walk-off fashion against Natick. This year, they've started 0-3. Can they end their winless streak a little sooner this year? They are 3 outs away. Due up to face Jernigan will be the number 9 hitter for Weymouth, Jack Donahue. After that, we cycle back around to the top of the lineup with Dolan, Zaslaw, Umano, and the rest. Stepping into the box now is Donahue. First pitch from Jernigan. High and inside for ball 1. No outs, runners at second and third. Brookline leads by 5. Pitch comes in high once again, ball 2. Two-0 pitch, swung on and missed. And actually, I think that's not Donahue, I don't think. I think that might be number 1, Jake Madden. 2-1 pitch is high for ball 3, and indeed, that is a pinch hitter for Weymouth. Number 1, Jake Madden at the plate. 3-1 the count. Jernigan's pitch misses outside, and that's going to be a walk. Bases loaded. Nobody out, and we cycle around to the top of the order with Gil Dolan. The tying run is now on deck in this situation. Jernigan's pitch is fouled to the backstop for strike 1. Remember, for those of you scoring at home, 2 of these runners count as runners credited to Martell. But the runner at first, should it score, that would be credited to Jernigan. Dolan, his last time up, he flied out to left field in foul territory as this pitch comes in high for ball 1. Now he's in prime position to start a rally for Weymouth. They've got the bases loaded and nobody out. He reaches out and pops this one up. Villa on his horse once again into foul territory. Can't get there. Count will be 1-2. Jernigan's pitch. He golfs this one into left. Villa's tracking it. He's got the catch. Runner tags. Villa rifles it for home. It's a close play. Oh, it bounces off the runner's head. It skips away. Daly scores and both the runners advance. What a wild play. A sacrifice fly for Dolan. Brings in Daly. And all the runners advance because the ball bounced off of the base runner's head. First pitch to Sean Zaslaw misses outside for ball 1. If that throw was just a little bit to either direction, that could have potentially been a double play for Brookline. That would have been huge. Zaslaw skies this one deep to left. Villa's on his horse. I don't think he's going to get it. Nobody's going to get it. That's a 3-run blast. Sean Zaslaw sends it over the fence, and just like that, this is a 1-run ball game. Still just 1 out in the inning, as now a meeting at the mound with Jernigan. And now coming up to the plate following Zaslaw is Dylan Umano. And then after him will be Andrew Ferguson, who has already been such a dangerous hitter today with 2 doubles. Brookline at the start of this inning looked to be comfortably in the lead. Now their backs against the wall, just a 1-run lead. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Umano slices it foul. 0-1 the count. Umano, his last time up, he lined out to second. Now the 0-1 pitch from Jernigan. And he skies this one out to the outfield. Siegel on his horse, tracking it and making the grab for out number 2. That's a big out for Brookline. But now they face one of the most dangerous bats in Weymouth's lineup. Number 8, Andrew Ferguson. He's got 2 doubles already today. First pitch from Jernigan. He smacks this one out to left. Villa chasing after it. Can he get it in foul territory? No, he can't. Oh, and 1 the count. 2 outs. Tying run at the plate. Brookline trying to hold on for their first win of the year. The 0-1 from Jernigan. Misses outside, 1-1. 1-1 pitches inside, almost hits him. 2-1 now the count. Pitch. That one misses low, ball 3. Jernigan stares in. The 3-1 pitch. And that's a strike. Full count, 2 outs in the 7th inning of a 1-run ball game. Would you rather be anywhere else but here? The payoff pitch. He makes contact. It's a grounder. Sawada comes in, grabs it, throws to first. Brookline wins! The Warriors hang on and put their first number in the win column. Something about this team and down to the wire wins to start their winning ways. Last year, it required a walk-off in extras. And in this one, Brookline had to hold off a thrilling last-minute rally by Weymouth. Credit to both teams, really. Before I offer a quick summary of the action, just a quick reminder, you can find all the information that you need. As you can see, the A lot of the Brookline players gesturing to Jack Martell, who claims his first win on the mound after a very hearty performance on the hill. But once again, just a quick reminder, you can find all the information you need about our paying sponsor, Harvest Wealth Management of Needham, Massachusetts, and how they can help you plan things financially for your child's trip to college. You can also find all the information you need about the Brookline Community Foundation, you know, all the good work they do in Brookline, including their scholarship fund for Brookline High students. If you want more information about me, check out the bottom right corner of your screen. You can see my personal website, jessesports.com. My email address, if you have any direct questions, jgms88@gmail.com. A link to my Instagram account where I post highlights from previous games I have streamed. And a game like this, I'll have plenty of options. And as always, if you enjoyed the broadcast, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my live streams, including tomorrow when Brookline returns to action here at Warren against Cambridge Orange. So let's sum up the action of this crazy contest. Top of the first inning, Martell started off strong on the mound for Brookline, set the first three hitters down in order. Then in the bottom of the first, Brookline got things going. Keenan Sawada reached on an infield single. James Dielchand-Erickson reached on an E5 and advanced to second on that erroneous throw, while Sawada went to third. Harrison Siegel hit an RBI ground out to second to score Sawada, and then Connor Jernigan got an RBI single to right to drive in Dielchand-Erickson. Made the score 2-0 before the inning ended. Top of the second, again 1-2-3 as Martell continued to deal. Then in the bottom of the second, Daniel Villa led off with a single to shallow left center. He advanced twice on wild pitches, including an advance to home to score Brookline's third run. And no more further damage from Brookline that inning. Top of the third, again 1-2-3 as Martell continued to dominate. But in the bottom half, Brookline's hitters also fell flat, going 1-2-3 themselves. Top of the fourth is when Weymouth got going. Gil Dolan led off with a single to left, stole second. Then after a strikeout, Dylan Umano was hit by a pitch, put runners at first and second with one out, and then Andrew Ferguson launched a missile to straightaway center all the way to the wall to drive in Dolan and send Umano to third. After a strikeout made it 2 outs, a single out to right, which almost turned into a 9-3 force out before a potential E3 turned it back into a safe reach at first, drove it by Jack Reyes. It drove in Umano, and then Andrew Daly hit a single down the left field line to drive in Ferguson, tying the score at 3 apiece before Martell was able to get out of the inning with his third strikeout that inning. But the game was tied. But Brookline responded immediately in the bottom half of that fourth inning. A 4-pitch walk from Charlie Engelman, a single to left from Villa, a bunt from Ben Doctoroff where Engelman managed to beat the throw to third so everybody reached safely to load the bases. Ryan Kravitz, a single to shallow center to drive in Engelman. Keenan Sawada, a single to shallow left to drive in Villa. And then James Dielchand-Erickson, a single to right center to score both Doctoroff and Kravitz. Harrison Siegel drew a walk. That, of course, after Dielchand-Erickson stole second and Sawada came home on a throwing error by the catcher. So that made it 8-3, and then after the walk by Siegel, 3 straight strikeouts by relief pitcher Jack O'Rourke ended the Brookline rally and would end their scoring for the rest of the day, actually. Top of the fifth, Martell rediscovered his form, put the hitters down in order. Bottom of the fifth, Brookline got 2 runners on, but got no further. Top of the sixth, Ferguson launched another double to left center, but was stranded out there. Bottom of the sixth, Brookline went down in order, 1-2-3. Went into the top of the seventh, leading 8-3, and Weymouth valiantly put up one last rally. Daly led off with a hit by pitch. Kyle O'Connor hit a double to left center, which is when they pulled starter Jack Martell for reliever Connor Jernigan. Pinch hitter Jake Madden drew a walk to load the bases. Gil Dolan hit a sacrifice fly out to left to drive in Daly, in part because the throw home bounced off Daly's helmet. And then Sean Zaslaw launched a blast high over the left field wall to drive in 3 runs and make it a 1-run ball game. Brookline's backs were to the wall, but then a fly out to right and a ground out to second put an end to the inning and gave Brookline their first win of the season. So that is going to do it from here at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Your final score, Brookline 8, Weymouth 7. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for Brookline's next game against Cambridge Ringe back here at Warren Field at 4 o'clock. I will be right back here to give you coverage of that one, so stay tuned. I'm Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.